Do you know that the director of The Last Palm d'Or is being in prison for years and years? Well, today I'm heading to told you the story of this great man, because his life deserves to be told. His name is Jafar Panahi. Welcome back, guys. Today we are going to talk about this Iranian director that struggled a lot in his country to make his movies. In fact, firstly, you have to know that most of his movies nowadays are forbidden in his country because it treats basically democratical themes and subjects that go against the philosophy of the Iranian government. He was born into a working class family, but we discover already his talent at 10 years old when he wrote his first script. Talks about a boy in the high school that copy for every test, but in a second time he felt guilty, and so he confessed everything to the teachers. For this story, he won his first achievement, his first prize. And well, we can already discover the talent of this guy to tell story about the humanity of people. He starts soon also his relationship with cinema. In fact, at 9 years old, he started to, well, hanging out and see every kind of movies at cinema, and go back to the school and, well, tell to his sister that cannot go to the cinema for the Islam rules the story of the movies. One day the father found out that, and called up the poor Jafar, was forced to lie to the father to keep on with that passion. He secretly go out during the night and saw a lot of movies for adults to shape his vision of humanity, world and cinema, a vision that an ordinary child cannot have, especially if you live in a country which you have strict rules about what you can see. Then he grew up and started to work for documentary film, especially for the war against Iraq and Iran in these years. Therefore, he started to a huge passion for another Iranian director, a global Iranian director in these years, that is Abbas Kiarostami. He sent to him a message in which he said he want to work with him. In fact, they started to work with him like for a main role for the screenwriting of Under the Olive Trees, one of the most important movies about the Iranian director. After the documentaries, he started in the 90s to make the short movies, and then the middle part of the 90s make the first long and official movie. The name is White Balloon. This movie was screenplayed by Abbas Kiarostami, so he keep on that relationship between these two directors. Then he strengthened his career with The New Century, with one of the most important movies of him, The Circle, The Mirror, Red Gold and Offside. For these movies, he won a lot of foreign prize, very appreciated outside of its country, while in this country they disrespect him. After several years of conflict for the content of his movies, he will definitely arrested in 2010 because the government blamed him to be part of the other movement that go against them. And he was treated very bad and being in prison with his wife and daughter. Then was released the 24th of May, but was forced to not make movies in his country for 20 years. So, if you make a count, until 2030. But, luckily, in 2015, he made Taxi Tehran that won the Golden Bear. And at the end, this year, in 2025, won the Palme d'Or with It Was Just an Accident. What will be the future of this incredible guy? I don't know, but we have to talk about the present. And in the present, we can say that it already made the history. Why? Because it is one of the few directors that won the big three trophies: the Golden Bear, the Palme d'Or, and the Golden Lion. He's like the hereditary of Kiarostami. In fact, Kiarostami was like the heart of the Iranian novel vague that burned in the 70s. And then he passed the baton to Panahi, that he keep on with that kind of democratical and anti-government philosophy that shows a human and social philosophy of its country that is not shown by the government. It talks about the struggle of the low-key people, the child, the women, and the contrast with the religion. He has a neorealistic style as a direction. His movies are a huge portrait about the freedom of the society, a claim telling like a society that could accept everyone, every point of view, every perspective. It's a provocation, but it's especially an attempt to deal with the government. It's like a celebration of a society, of a country that tried to find a political spring, an overturn of the country, turning point, tried to go ahead. In fact, it's like a declaration to overcome the edges of its country and gave messages about humanity, about the importance of freedom in a society in all over the world. And it made on purpose poor movies without any kind of technology, but like a movie that everyone nowadays can do, because they have an important meaning to use this kind of direction. Because as De André, a famous Italian singer, said, nothing comes from the diamonds, while flowers comes from the manure. To conclude, I list, as I always do, the most important movies of him in a chronological order. White Balloon, The Circle, The Mirror, Outside, Taxi Tehran, and It Was Just an Accident. Please see panahi movies because they are very important to remember the most important linchpins of humanity. Thank you.